What's going on, everyone? My name is D. Anthony with evolutiontraders.com. That is my online community as well as online courses. If you guys are interested in learning a strategy that you guys can kind of use on a day in and day out basis, trade with other members live each and every single day, get access to watch lists and intraday technical analysis and mindset help coaching, then make sure you guys become a lifetime member over there. We are looking at Tesla. Tesla, one of my favorite stocks to trade. Today, I did only take one trade on Tesla. Again, market action, right off the bell, we put in a big green candle in the overall triple Qs, which is the technology kind of ETF sector. So we put in a big green candle and then we kind of pulled back in, and then we went all the way back up to the top of the range, and now we're just kind of consolidating sideways. So what I would like to see going into tomorrow is for us to actually hold this level. Again, if you guys have been having trouble in the markets, the last week and a half, it's not your fault. This hasn't been the easiest market to trade. Do we get moves and do we get, potential trades? Yes. Some days trades are better than others. Other days when we're expecting to have good trades, we simply do not get them. It causes newer traders to overtrade and kind of chase price action around. What you have to really do in this market cycle and in these market conditions is be a little bit more patient. Okay, so if you're an options trader and let's say, for example, your average position sizing is 3 to 5 contracts, maybe trade 1 to 2 contracts, right? If you're taking 5, 6, 7, 8 trades a day, maybe take 2, 3, right? If you take 3 trades a day, maybe just try to look for that one trade. And if you don't really find it or you don't really hit on it, kind of sit back and let the market do the heavy lifting for you. When you allow the market to kind of do the work for you and you sit back and you be patient, that's when you become a more seasoned vet, right? You become more experienced. You have less emotions. And I don't mean, using the term like cash as a position. I don't really like that term. What I do like is that if you don't see something that revolves around your setup and your system, you don't take the trade. A trader is not just because the market opens and we're just looking to punch a bunch of keys. What we're looking to do is find our best possible areas to get into trades that are going to provide us with the most amount of value. Sometimes we don't get those days or those expansion moves or those setups. So what we have to do is be adults about this, and we have to kind of wait for that to happen. Now, in between, that doesn't necessarily mean you can't take a trade here, take a trade there, but you have to really size down, look at it as like, I just want to get in, I want to take a little bit of cash, and then I just want to get out. I'm not looking to get in and hoping that we just keep continuing to ride, right? We're going to get that opportunity. We just have to wait for it to happen. So what we're looking at here, Tesla currently up 1.5% at 192.55. If we kind of look at this blue line here, okay, look at this blue declining line here. This trend line here is a linear regression channel 50. We tagged it, got above it on February the 15th. We were also above it on the 16th, and then we got rejected. We also tested it on the 27th of February as well as the 28th, and then we got rejected. And then we've been testing it the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days now, right? So test, reject, test, reject. Now we've been testing. Something is going to give. If you look at these white lines, these are the Bollinger Bands here. They are starting to contract. Now, I don't really want to short Tesla just due to the fact that we're still have a ton of supply or a ton of support, right? We've got a ton of support here. We really don't start to lose support until we get below 185 and then realistically underneath 184.50. Now, if Tesla loses and it closes below 184.50, I will hold an overnight short position on it. So the way I would play that is, as we come into that last hour, as we come into the last 30 minutes, 10 minutes, if Tesla is clear that it's going to close below the 50-day moving average, I will add if I'm not already in the position, or I will start a position to swing overnight looking for that expansion move on the following day, the first loss of the 50-day moving average, and then just using the previous day's stop or previous day's high as my stop loss. Again, this is going to be your macro trade setup to the short side. So for everyone preaching out there that, the market's going to go down, it's we're going all the way back down to zero, right? Everyone's concerned. Wait, just let the market do the work for you. As soon as we do lose this level, well, you can see here we got a lot of room in the trade between 184.30s and all the way down to 171. So this is a trade to short position that you want to be in. this is going to be the less stressful trade to be in. If you're trying to constantly, use the 1 and 5 minute and 15-minute chart to, when we're in a range like this, right? See this range that we're in? When we're in a range like this and you're constantly trying to scalp, I'm not saying you're not going to make money, but it's going to be a lot more mentally draining. Why not just wait for the bigger move? As of right now, we could be looking at a breakout. We've been testing this for multiple days at a time. The last times, we kind of tested this was 1-2 days, 1-2 days here, 1 day here. We've really been testing this area. Price action has been constricting. It's telling you that a bigger move is coming. If we're looking for the bigger move on Tesla, it's going to be 200 to the long side and then 210. Anything over 210 could take us to 215. That's what we would be looking for. And I already gave you the levels to the short side below that 184, 183 level. What I'm looking for tomorrow for a little bit of a day trade, anything over 195.50s, I'm going to look to play that into 200. Okay, 201 area still remains my spot. That's my shortest term price target. 201 on Tesla as long as we hold the 5 and 10 day moving average. So if you do not have those moving averages on your chart, put a 5 SMA and a 10 SMA on your chart. Pull up the daily time frame. As long as we are holding this, we got to remain bullish. Doesn't mean that, some micro hyper scalper is not going to take a short position for 50 cents. But again, we're talking about Tesla when this thing moves in dollars. We don't really need to be fighting this thing tooth and nail for, 20, 30, 40, 50 cents. Let's look to try to get $2, $3, $4, $5 out of this thing. And I think that trade's going to come once we get over that 195 into 200, 201. That's the trade that I'm going to be a part of. And I'll also be a part of the trade if we do decide to break down. Again, as a day trader, you cannot be a perma bull and you cannot be a perma bear. It just is what it is. If you're someone constantly looking for the market to continue to break out, you're going to consistently lose money and you're not going to be around when we're in a choppy market or a bear market. Those of you guys who are just perma bears and everything, you guys buy into every single bad news and you guys want the market to fail. You guys, I don't know about you guys, you perma bears. You guys are like preying on the demise of, the US economy and everyone else in it, right? Why don't you just play both sides of the market when you get the market setups that are going to allow for both sides of the market, right? But again, if you're a perma bear, you're going to get absolutely crushed in a time like this. You're constantly trying to short these bottoms. You're going to short here, you get popped. You're going to short here, you get popped. You're going to short here because we got our first, breakdown below this 20-day moving average, and then you get slapped, right? So just wait for the bigger levels to confirm, and when those bigger levels confirm, you can really get aggressive on your sizing and the amount of time that you're going to hold these trades. I hope that makes sense. Hope you guys got some value out of this. If you did and you want to trade with me, you want to learn my strategies, you guys want to trade with the rest of my team in Discord, make sure to go to evolutiontraders.com, sign up, become a lifetime member. You can read a little bit there about myself, and then we can all work together and make some money. Because at the end of the day, guys, it's all about making money. It's not about who's right? It's not about my ideas being correct. It's not about what you think coming to, reality. It's just about taking the numbers and the data that's in front of us, using our best judgment and taking the best potential trades that we can while limiting our risk to the downside and limiting our blowups and limiting our emotions, right? So if we can do that, let's go all make some money. If you guys are interested in that, evolutiontraders.com, and I will see you guys all on the inside.